Yo, it's your boy. What's good? It's always him. He always here again and again. So, yo, man. Dang, man. I be out here, man. I can't wait to get my cell on, man, because I'm going to be dropping videos all the time, dog. Like, I gotta get my cell back on, but I'm going to get it back on, though. For real. Because I just be wanting to make videos every second. Like, I gotta be saying stuff all the time. You know, life, man, it never ends. So all the time, I'm always spitting some new stuff, man. Always putting some new stuff out there, man. I got to. I done realized that the only person I gotta answer to is God, man. Like, who else I gotta answer to? You know, I answer to my fellow human beings, my brothers and stuff like that. Because, you know, when you're in the presence of another human being, you're in the presence of God, man. And all these non-existent creatures and beings out here, they don't exist. They don't have the spirit of God inside of them, yo, straight up. So when you with your family members, you in the presence of God right there. So you listen to their advice and you listen to what they say, because it's all a family. It's all a Godhead family. So those are the people, the loving people that I only have to answer to, you know. And like I said, I'm not around that many human beings on a, like, anytime on a daily basis. I'm around, you know, negative entities a lot, you know, and that keeps my positive, you know, light reaching, God loving inspiration going up higher and higher, because I'm around a bunch of madness and, you know, hatred and oppression. That keeps me going all the time, you know. And yo, dog, like, dude, it's crazy, y'all. And it's like I'm trying to get in tune with my more spiritual self, you know. I'm not trying to be coming out trying to represent God, and then the other side of me talking about killing mobs and hating people and stuff like that. I'm dealing with my egotistical self and the person that I used to be at the same time. I gotta push that down, because I ain't like I said, I ain't trying to contradict myself. I ain't trying to be a hypocrite to myself and be like, you represent this, and then I don't want to be in a category, but I don't represent that. I know that. I don't represent that. Like, I got to redefine myself in my spirit and really take a look at myself. I was just sitting down thinking, I was like, man, if the dude I used to be, I can't bring that out, man. Nah, man. People need more, man. They need some more, you know what I mean? They don't need the same old stuff. You turn on the TV, you see the same old stuff everywhere. I'm telling you. It's just a lot of stuff that I always be wanting to talk about. You know, how, you know, people might say, how come everything that's bad for you feel good? You know what I mean? It depends on your interpretation of what's good and what's bad, you know? If speeding down the highway in our society is bad, if you're not going the speed limit, then that's considered bad, because, oh, you're breaking the law. But in our minds, how is that just speeding down the highway? Reason why the law says you can't speed down the highway is because human beings are in a more spiritual a more spiritual mindset. When you in the here and now, you in that now moment, man, and that's the life right there. When you in the now, what's going on right now as you listening to this video, that's what's happening. That's spiritual life right there. When you speeding, you ain't think about your problems and none of that, unless you're trying to get somewhere in a hurry. But most of the time, brothers just be speeding just because they like speeding and going fast, you know what I mean? And when you rock climbing and when you skydiving and all that stuff that bring you thrills and all that, man, that's life right there, man. That's where it's all at, yo. You know, when some stuff go down, it's like, see, that's what I be talking about, man. Every time I get on the track, you see the cops pull up. I don't know if you can see them. I'm trying to zoom in. Here come the cops, man. I told you, man, every time I get on, the cops always come around. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all see. I'm gonna get close though. This the third time the cop done came around. You know what I mean? When I start, you know, getting in my God mode, they be wanting to come around and act like they be on something else. But this is what I'm saying. It always happened to me, man. It ain't no coincidence to me now. It's just some normal stuff that go on, you know? Because I'm real, man. I'm real as they come, you know? I ain't no agent. I ain't no none of that, man. I'm just real. I'm somebody that's going through, trying to break free and trying to be more spiritual, you know? Because it's more out there. It's more potential out there. You know? Shoot, if I want to go and just hop on a motorcycle and go on a high-speed chase, man, you know, just to do it, you know what I mean? Just to have fun. They're like, what's wrong with you? I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I said, the only person you got to answer to is God, man. And the good and bad is really your interpretation of it. But you know, if you ain't hurting your fellow human being and you're not hurting yourself, or doing things that's influencing to hurt other people, then you alright, man. You know, like if you playing PlayStation all day or Xbox and somebody busts in the house and be like, oh, well, that's bad for you because I said it was bad. You know, society has created what we think is good and bad. And the stuff that you really deem as bad is not really bad, you know. As long as you doing right in your spirit, and when you increase your spiritual aspect of life, what is really bad is as long as you're reaching for the creator and the pure being of God, you know. That's all it's about, really, you know. And right now, I'm in a learning process. Like, where I'm at now is training grounds for me. I'm in training right now, you know. I see what's going on, and I just be talking about it. I'm a real dude, man. You gotta bring that realness all the time, yo. It don't never stop. When you dealing with eternal life in your spirit in the physical realm, it don't never stop, man. It goes on forever and ever and ever. I don't even think I'm ever gonna never have nothing to talk about, because I'm always talking about something that's coming from the spirit, man. It ain't gonna never stop, man. It ain't gonna never stop, yo. Dang. So, like I said, if I was talking about the ego, I was like, yeah, well, I'm trying to push down my ego. My ego represents some of the aspects of my life that I used to carry with me, like the whole clique that I used to kick it with, you know what I mean? The whole get down with the crew type thing. I'm not really like trying to take that route. That's one route that I could take, but I don't want to represent that, man. That's not me as a person, man. No, not no more, you know. We all change and stuff like that, and don't whether you know it or not, when you latch onto your spiritual side of yourself, your egotistical you begins to try to increase itself at the same time, because the ego does not want to be pushed down. Everything that we deem as cool in society and that we love to do and stuff like that is kind of like the ego, but it really ain't. It's just the ego keeps us down. It keeps us, you know, sad and miserable and unhappy and stuff like that. And the spirit keeps us happy, joyful, playful, understanding, and growing in wisdom and knowledge, you know. So the ego is only concerned with its own survival. And if it can't survive, then it wants to destroy everything. Like, you got that spoiled person that if that person can't have what he wants, then it wants to mess it up for everybody else. That's how the ego is. When one person breaks past the ego and tries to push the ego down, it begins to try to, you know, cause a bunch of havoc and a bunch of turmoil and a bunch of death and destruction. Whenever you got a bunch of human beings feeling good in a certain area, or they listening to wisdom and knowledge, you will see that the society we live in try to create death and destruction and create a bunch of you know, killing and murders and stuff like that, so you can feel bad and stuff like that. And sometimes when you see a big catastrophic event happen, that's kind of like good in a way, because that shows you that the mindset of humanity is, you know, evolving to where it has to detox the madness out of your mind, body, and spirit. But it's a good day. It's always a good day, man. Wake up and realize it's always a good day. And every time something negative happen in your life, it's still a good day, you know.